AP photo, Mark LoMoglio. From start to finish, the rain-filled 2019 Pro Bowl was definitely something. And while the AFC knocked off the NFC, 26-7, there was more than just the play on the field to talk about. Here are some of the moments from the afternoon that stuck out. Eric Ebron, Patrick Mahomes' favorite target? Oh, Jason Witten. While Tony Romo has risen from the ashes from former Dallas Cowboys quarterback, who was the occasional punching bag for many NFL fans, to Romostradamus in the broadcast booth, it's been a different story for the former tight end. The Pro Bowl gave us another glimpse of that. AFC got on the board first to kick things off in the Pro Bowl, but it wasn't the 18-yard touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes to Eric Ebron that got people talking. It was the commentary of the play. Patrick Mahomes throws a TD past Eric Ebron. Jason Witten. Ebron was his guy all year. Good to see Witten in Pro Bowl form. Pic.twitter.com/Zy4AOLive9H. Cameron De Silva, @CamDaSilva, January 27, 2019. Ebron was his guy all year, Witten said. If you notice by their helmets, Ebron is a member of the Indianapolis Colts, while Mahomes is the Chiefs' starting QB. Both had stellar seasons with their respective teams, but they never lined up on the same side of the field together. Witten did somewhat clarify what he meant, saying Ebron had been good in the red zone this season, but the damage had already been done and social media was ready. Turns on Pro Bowl. Jason Witten. Mahomes hits Ebron for a TD. That's been his guy all year. Thinking face. Turns off Pro Bowl. Brad Johnson, @BJohns4818, January 27, 2019. Witten just said Ebron has been Mahomes' guy all year. Done with the Pro Bowl already. Wade Josiah, @WadeJosiah, January 27, 2019. Unfortunately for Witten, his first quarter mistake was just the tip of the iceberg. More on that later. NFC struggles to find footing in sloppy conditions. Typically, a game filled with the sport's best athletes should produce a lot of high scores and ultra-athletic plays. Well, that wasn't the case in the latest installment of the Pro Bowl. After experiencing a downpour in last year's game, this season's Pro Bowl didn't look much different as rain fell throughout the contest as temperatures hit the mid-50s. It clearly affected the players on the field, most notably from the NFC side. Scoring just 7 points in the final quarter of play, the NFC was stymied by the weather and the opposition. Had it not been for a 20-yard touchdown pass from Dak Prescott to Austin Hooper, the NFC would have been shut out for the first time in Pro Bowl history. Only 2 other times has the NFC scored fewer points in the Pro Bowl. Twice, the conference mustered just 6 points in 1986 and 1987. Offense, defense, who cares? As the game progressed, numerous players on both sides decided to switch things up. NFC players switching from offense to defense and AFC players doing the opposite. Some notable names showed off their skills at different positions. The third quarter caught some of the first glimpses of the mix-ups as both Ezekiel Elliott and Saquon Barkley took a crack as pass rushers. But while the two running backs showed off their quickness, it was the Saints' Alvin Kamara who clearly looked ready to add a sack or two. Buccaneers wide receiver Mike Evans took home top offensive to defensive honors, however, as he caught the Texans' Deshaun Watson picking off the QB. Kudos to Evans too, who tried to make the int more than what it was late in the game, pitching the ball to his teammate to extend the play. On the AFC side, Chargers linebacker Melvin Ingram and Jaguars cornerback Jalen Ramsey got some work on offense in the red zone. Melvin must translate to elusive because Ingram looked like his teammate and starting Chargers running back Melvin Gordon as he sidestepped a defender before barreling toward the goal line. He narrowly missed the touchdown, but did finish with more rushing yards, 2 yards on 1 carry, than Gordon, 0 yards on 1 carry. Not all was lost on the late AFC drive though, as Ramsey provided the dagger. With 19 seconds left in the game, Watson connected with Ramsey for the 6-yard score. Maybe they're on to something? Chiefs fullback Anthony Sherman puts on a show. When you have James Conner, Lamar Miller and Melvin Gordon on one team, it's hard to find many snaps for anyone else in the backfield. Unless your name is Anthony Sherman. Not only did he garner the second most carries, rushing yards and the lone score on the ground for the AFC, 4 totes for 11 yards and the TD, he also showed off his receiving skills. Second only to Chargers wideout Keenan Allen, Sherman corralled 3 receptions for 92 yards. The fullback finished with 103 scrimmage yards, 58 more than Conner, 45, who was second on the team for running backs. There were even MVP whispers for his performance. Anthony Sherman for Pro Bowl MVP, let's go. Peter Schrager, at Shregs, January 27, 2019. Even though the unsung hero didn't capture the elusive offensive MVP title and the car that comes with it, he was sure to let the guy who did hear about it. Anthony Sherman and Eric Fisher's reaction when they learned Patrick Mahomes won MVP tonight. Face with tears of joy. pic.twitter.com/fooey7834thq. Matt McCullen, at PageCHeaps. Matt, January 27, 2019. Wow, Pat, wow, Sherman said after he heard the news. Wow, you better give me those keys, I'm taking that car. I have a feeling 98.7 FM Arizona's sports station radio host and former Cardinals fullback Ron Wolfley might have a thing or two to say on the matter also. Witten closes out Pro Bowl in most fitting way possible with trophy fail. Sunday was definitely not Witten's day. The broadcaster, still recovering off his Ebron has been Mahomes' guy all year comment, didn't find any relief at the award presentation. He and the Pro Bowl trophy didn't want to be there today. Face with tears of joy. 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 One piece in Witten's hand, one piece still on the podium. The look on the two players' faces said it all. The Pro Bowl trophy broke. Loudly crying face. Loudly crying face. Loudly crying face. pic.twitter.com/4asbackswank. Sports Illustrated, at Sino, January 27, 2019. And again, social media had no chill with the former Cowboy. It's not his fault, he didn't have the opportunity to lift so many trophies playing for the Dallas Cowboys, so he doesn't know how. J. Manuel Sabino, at @M_Sabino, January 27, 2019. What a day in Orlando. Follow at TDrake4Sports.